So it'll be an interesting matchup, definitely a strategic one between the two head coaches.
Ryan to inbound. Here's Scherf working on her opponent. That's a nice finish. Misfires on that occasion and Sharp cleans it up.
And it's clear Chris Lucas is making an inside emphasis going to Adota early and testing Lauren Scherf's defense. And so far, Scherf's done a great job.
So a good start to the Lynx, and they'll want to start early, particularly against this strong Boomers outfit as Wallace for a long-range 2 hits back.
Which is what the Perth Lynx ball screen defense gives up. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing throughout the course of the game.
And Ryan coughs it up. Good battle with Wallace. He gives it to Mitchell. Off the glass for 2.
Passing, I think, has really, she's always been known as a great passer, but this season especially, I think with Chris Lucas's system, she's been a facilitator as much as a scorer. Some sloppy play by both teams to start, but you have a sense this game's going to break open. Great patience by Mitchell, just keeping her dribble alive.
Melbourne have worked their way into it nicely. As Scherf kicks it out for Ryan. That one's off the rim. Sharp with the rebound. Great work. The finish and one. And made no mistake on that occasion as well. Here's Burrows for Mitchell. Nelson Adota. But Mitchell gets it back. Back to Nelson Adota. And she finds the finish for 2.
And certainly tell you don't want to give them second chance opportunities because they will find the three-point line and they will light it up.
Wallace down the other end. Here's Burrows for Perth to clinch Hoycard. What a game she had last time. They were out here, and that's a great 3 from Atwell.
Under screen, Amy Atwell is going to shoot it, and more often than not, it seems like she's going to make it. So certainly something that Melbourne won't want to do all game. And man, that's what Kayla's been doing all season.
4 points the margin into the last 5 minutes of the first term, and Atwell goes bang for another 3. It's been a great contest early between these two sides, plenty on the line. Nelson Adota working on Scherf, and it's a great effort.
In that mid-range area.
As Wallace goes herself. Great stuff.
You know, instilling that confidence in your depth, you know, it might be like a situation where there's a late omission, you don't know you're going to play, but if you've been training and practicing, Taylor Burrows getting downhill to her left hand, pay off in that case, but Melbourne might need to send some help, especially if Christy Walls is off the bench, but great attack by Mitchell. Really hard to stop when she gets going downhill, for sure.
So a minute and a half left. Ryan off the glass. It's a lovely shot. George for Mitchell. Thought once, thought twice, and nailed the shot in the end. Melbourne are a little bit more accurate in that statistic. Perth, they take their shot when they see it open. So,
there you go. It's as if you had as if Amy Atwell heard you. Imports come in, WNBA, first year, second year WNBA players come out and use the WNBL to benefit. Wow, Amy Atwell, another 3-point shot.
Goes for a 3, and she misses as Mitchell races down the other end, passes it off to Nelson Adota, and that's better from Melbourne. Now to Sharp, out to Atwell. This time, oh, that's a lovely drive and finish. Not much pressure, though, from the Boomers.
Definitely another capable shooter for the Boomers.
Ryan, and she gets one as well.
Not to get it to go down, but I like Taylor Burrows brings a spark off the bench, so I think that's great substitution.
Atwell wants more points. Brilliant.
And we're not letting her catch the ball.
There's 5 3-pointers now for Atwell. Nelson Adota working on Scherf. That's a tough shot to make, but she gets it. Margins now out to 10 the way of Perth. Melbourne need a response. Here's George from Brewster from the corner. That is sensational.
And I couldn't tell if it was their saggy man defense or if it was actually a zone there showing a different look.
And that was their first 3-pointer. Is down the other end. Burrows adds a couple more. Melbourne 2 from 2 in their past 4 games. Do we read anything into that form line, do you think?
Oh, I think in this competition you have to take it every game one at a time.
An 8-point lead It was up to 10. Mitchell out to George for 3. Ryan falls just short. She gets it back though. Great work from Clinch Hoykar to keep it alive. Scherf back to Ryan. Now works herself inside. Lovely finish. Mitchell. Had to work hard for that, but makes it count.
It's really good from Tiff Mitchell with Scherf moving back to the bench.
Ryan for a 3-point attempt. She misses though. So the points are flowing. It's been a great battle so far. That is excellent from Forster.
And that's where it can be really dangerous playing the Lynx. If you start to play their style, early shots, quick shots, they can really run it down you at the other end.
George takes it down the other end. Could have fired for 3, but they share it around. Wallace now kicks it out to Mitchell. She draws contact, and they get the field goal.
So it's exciting to see her back in the league.
Certainly is. Here's Bibby. Brilliant shot.
Presenting a post inside, I think that'll be really important.
Here is Ortlep. And now Nelson Adoda. That's great work.
Really good footwork. Punish down low.
20 seconds left. Shot clock down to 10 for Perth. Need to put a shot up, and it's Atwell, the right person for the job. On top, it is the Lynx by 10 points at halftime as we get the third quarter underway. And Mitchell starts with a bang.
Potentially lucky to get out of jail on that one, going under again on a ball screen.
Tiff Mitchell kicks it out for Wallace for a long range 3. This afternoon, what a wonderful player in perhaps career best form at the moment. Nelson Adoda to George in the corner, finds an opening and converts.
That dribble J is automatic for her, and look for her to be a little more aggressive here in the second half. My goodness, Robbie Ryan with the
off the rim. It still is a very important game for Melbourne as well, as Mitchell adds 2.
Scherf, knowing Kayla doesn't need much time on her release, Scherf normally stays in the paint, but was able to get out there to contest the shot.
Brewster, lovely pass, finds Nelson Adoda.
At least get feet in the paint and then potentially kick it out to an outside shot.
Who does it advantage, do you think, if it's played at a high pace?
Definitely the Perth Lynx, for sure.
Nelson Adoda.
That was great from Tiff Mitchell. Got feet in the paint, collapsed the defense, and put Adoda in a spot where she could be successful.
So 2 points the way of the Lynx, less than 5 to play in the third. Clinch Hoykar into the action, gives it to Atwell for another 3.
To Perth, really disrupting and making it difficult for them to control the tempo of the game.
Yeah, they haven't found any rhythm, have they, Melbourne?
They haven't.
Here's Burrows driving. Brewster to George. Now to Mitchell. She wants to make something happen for her side. That is brilliant from Tiffany Mitchell. Ryan down the other end to Clinch Hoykar. Now Gandini. Back to Clinch Hoykar. Lovely. They've got a great blend of experience and young blood, if you like, to Perth.
They really do.
So Wallace coughs it up. Ryan down the other end, makes them pay.
Impactful player for her team. Credit to Perth.
Scherf to Ryan. Great shot. George to Mitchell. She loses it and then kicks it back out to George. Flares it across to Brewster. Puts up a 2. Nelson Adoda cleans it up to Mitchell. Oh, she loses it again. Another turnover from Mitchell. Bibby down the other end. Puts a shot up, and
what they do, their style of play, their system, and what they want to be known for. Certainly there'd be some possessions there that Melbourne would want back. Good execution there from Wally, hitting that bread and butter jumper, but
challenge next week, they take on Bendigo.
There's no easy games in the WNBL. That's something I can definitely guarantee you.
Nelson Adoda with the putback. It's certainly fight right to the final whistle. Perth needs some points and Atwell provides. She stepped up beautifully this afternoon as Wallace adds another 2. They're staying in touch, 3 minutes to play, 10 points. Time's ticking down, Wallace, and 1.
Their ability to play this half-court style and execute, get the shots they want.
Yeah, quite similar, isn't it? They had to hang on against Bendigo. And the same is happening now as Ryan adds 2 more. That's a steady up.
Perth will want to eat up some clock here.
Ryan finds Scherf.
Perth's definitely going to want to milk the clock, get as much out of a possession as possible, and still get a good look.
Nelson Adota has a couple to beat, does really well. Ryan to inbound. Long range pass has been picked off by Nelson Adota. Gives it to Mitchell. Needs to convert and does. And they're doing just that. Shot clock though down to 7. Ryan needs to put a shot up. Oh, she's turned it over. She dives on top of it. It goes out of play. It's a Melbourne ball.
They definitely can do it against the Boomers as well.
Melbourne need to put up some big shots here. George can't deliver. Oh, Ryan! Here's Ryan working on George. Happy to milk the clock. Shot clock down to 5. What can Scherf produce? Great block from Nelson Adota.
Be interesting to see what happens.
I would love a 3. Melbourne, they've only converted 4 of 21. But this to seal the win.
You know, to score 19 points and a half, but then her team around, Perth came out and played the game on their terms.
And this youngster has been very impressive.
It hasn't just been her offense. Look at her defense, that kind of tenacity and playing nonstop from their bench, I think is really what